How's it going, guys? The Beverly Hillbilly here, and welcome to part 1 of 3 of my review for the Hori Fightstick Mini 4. I'm making a 3-part series because I think this Fightstick falls into a very certain area very beautifully. I'm fairly new to fighting games. I'm just making the switch from controller to a Fightstick. I might not like the whole idea, and for 40 bucks, the Hori Fightstick is a very, very small risk. So I had all weekend with the product, about 48 hours total, 10 hours in game. The game I'm using is Skullgirls. You know what? It's time to start setting the record straight on this product and, give some thoughts, what I like, what I don't like, from someone who, like I said, who I think this product is really meant for. So let's get right into it.
And the first thing I want to bring up is the price. At 40 bucks, this is a great way to get into 2D fighters with a fight stick to see if you even like the product. It doesn't make much sense to spend $150 or $200 on the high-end, really nice fight sticks if A, you're not sure you're going to like it, or B, buy it and then realize you don't, and then you feel like an idiot. If you end up liking the Hori Fighting Stick Mini 4, then you will know what to look for in a higher-end fight stick, and you'll be a smart shopper, and who doesn't like being smart? An actual feature of the Hori Fighting Stick Mini 4 that I really, really like is the actual stick itself. Now, it is not a Samwa or Hayabusa stick. I highly doubt it's a name brand stick of any kind. I'm sure it's just some second-rate stick Hori has in stock somewhere in Japan. But it actually feels really nice. I think it has a nice weightiness to it. It's nice and light, but you still know where the stick is going. I never have a question with what kind of movement I'm doing. And after just a day with it, I was not dropping inputs with the stick side. It does have a square gate, but because I'm just learning, I'm adapting to it really quickly, and I notice no issues with it. The stick side itself, I think, is worth 40 bucks. With the Hori Fighting Stick Mini 4 costing only 40 bucks, it can be assumed that cuts are going to be made to get that price. And it is with the buttons that I think it does let the stick down a little bit, and that's where some people's negative reviews of the product will anchor their opinions and reasonings. They're nothing special. Again, no name brand of any kind. They do feel a bit spongy. I do have a couple issues with, while learning on this fight stick, to hit certain buttons the right way. Timing is really, really important. And right now, I'm not sure if it's me learning or if the buttons are just second rate and I'm not hitting them exactly right, and you have to be really, really accurate with these. And maybe a high-end fight stick will have Samwall buttons where they're a bit more forgiving on the accuracy. They work. That's the one thing I think needs to be stressed here about the button side. While it is a letdown with the price point and the fact that they do work, and I have had no actual issues with it, it's hard to really knock them. But if there is a low point of this product, it definitely is the button side. But again, it's really, really difficult to turn the knife in this product because of the price. But it's nice to know what a cheap button feels like, so when I get a high-end stick with nice buttons, I'll understand the difference. I feel like I need to talk about the size of the Hori Fighting Stick Mini 4 because it really bothers some people, but I do understand why. Compared to most any fighting stick that's worth a darn or your consideration, it is tiny. But, you either have small, average, or big hands. It's either too small for you or it's not. You can't make a product that's meant for everyone. For me, my hands are kind of small, my fingers are kind of short, so it fits fine. My hands do kind of hang around the sides and down the front of it, but I never feel like my hands are cramping or I'm having to put some effort in to keep the hands on the stick. At least underneath the Fighting Stick Mini 4, it does have nice rubber inserts that will grasp onto a glass surface very well. So if you're using a glass table like I do, it's never going to move anywhere. Even on wood, even finished wood, it will stick fairly well. I didn't notice any problems. But, it's not going to stick to everything. And unfortunately, I found it too small for even my lap. So if you like to have a fight stick be on your lap, this isn't going to work out. This is more of a tabletop fight stick.
One last thing that is definitely worth mentioning. This thing worked seamlessly with Skullgirls on the PC. There was no setup, no drivers that needed to be installed. I plugged it in, started the game, and it recognized I was using the Hori Fighting Stick Mini 4. That's a nice feature. Go Hori. And that brings me to the conclusion, and this is a very, very solid buy. If you're new to fighting games and want to buy your first fighting stick, buy this. Don't listen to the internet. Don't blow a lot of money on things that you're told are the best. Start with this. Learn with this thing. Learn for yourself what's good, what's bad in fight sticks. Learn what works for you. And you know what? Even if you need a backup, even if you have a Mad Catz TE2 or a Hori Rap 4, and let's say you just want a backup, you like to be safe, I would call this a legitimate backup. Or if you travel, if you have friends that come over, or you go over and see friends, this can be your travel fight stick. You know, a lot of people like to say this is, just a stepping stone, learn the basics, then jump right up to the next one. You don't have to. I'm going to use this thing until it breaks, or until the end of the year, whichever comes first. It is currently April 17th, so we have a long way to go. I want to see if this thing holds up. And I want to really lay to rest a lot of the naysayers for this product because I like it. Yes, I have some negatives that are very legitimate, and I'm going to buy my next fight stick based on the things I did not like about this. But you know what? This is a good stick. It's a good first stick. It's a legitimate first fighting stick. I would throw the whole stepping stone or learning tool moniker out the window. First fight stick, Hori Fighting Stick Mini 4. This is a solid buy for anyone looking to get into fighting games with a stick. Well, there is part 1 of 3 of the Hori Fighting Stick Mini 4 review. Like I said, I'll be coming back at day 30 to give an update on the product, how I'm doing with it, if it's having problems. And then the final installment will come all the way when I buy a high-end stick and give my final thoughts on it, what failed, or if nothing failed, to give it a good, recommendation for everyone. Well, I'm the Beverly Hillbilly. Thank you so much for watching, and good gaming.